Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian Barnett Godsey. You see this right here? This video. Now, there's nothing wrong with the video itself, I would say. As I understand it, it's going a little extreme in my case, if you ask me. But, here's the thing. You see that word? And I'm not talking about the word, scam callers. It's the dash and then that word right there. Glitter. B-O-M-B. Yeah. Even the word destroy, I think, is supposed to be kind of intuitive. And I think there's supposed to be something against pranks or something. I'm not really sure what the deal is. But apparently, if you actually find, I can't remember how to find it. So don't look at me. I think there's like another thing. I know that there's one. Tells you about, like, okay, like, I don't know where's that. All I know is, like, maybe I ought to do this. Open that up. That's not it. No, that's definitely not it. Let's just take a look at this again and see what happens. Terms of service. Okay, blah 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 blah. Service who devise the scope of your permissions they grant you by uploading your content and includes your agreement not to upload anything that infringes on anyone else's rights. Okay. Alright, so let's talk about, well, no, it doesn't tell you. But it's supposed to tell you about the rules about, stuff like, well, alright, let's go to the comment section and see if it's got anything. Community guidelines. Let's open that up, shall we, and see what happens. Here we go. YouTube community guidelines. When you use YouTube, you join a community of people from all over the world. Anyway, the guidelines below help keep YouTube fun and enjoyable for everyone. Sure they do. If you see content that you think violates these guidelines, use the flagging feature to submit it for review by our YouTube staff. Spam and deceptive practices. The YouTube community is one that's built on trust. Content that intends to scam, mislead, spam, or defraud other users isn't allowed on YouTube, which is crap. I can see how it's a rule, but, how it's not allowed, I don't know. Sometimes it can get through the system and, Anyway, spam, deceptive practices, and scams policies, okay? Impersonation policy, external links policy, fake engagement policy, additional policy, sensitive content. We help to protect viewers, creators, and especially minors. That's why we've got rules around keeping children safe. Sex and nudity and self-harm. What? Learn what's allowed on YouTube and what to do to do if you see content that doesn't follow these policies. Nudity and sexual content policies, thumbnails policies, child safety policies, suicide high policy. Violent or dangerous content, hate speech, predatory behavior, graphic violence, malicious attacks, and content that promotes harmful or dangerous behavior that isn't allowed on YouTube. Harmful or dangerous content policies, violent or graphic content policies, violent criminal organizations policy, hate speech policy, harassment and cyberbullying policy, regulated goods. Certain goods can't be sold on YouTube. Find out what's allowed and what isn't. Sell of illegal or regulated goods or services policy. Firearms policy. Wow. Misinformation. Certain types of misleading or deceptive content with serious risk of egregious harm are not allowed on YouTube. This includes certain types of misinformation that can cause real-world harm, like promoting harmful remedies or treatment certain types. Treatments? Why not? Certain types of technically manipulated content or content interfering with democratic processes. Okay. Misinformation policies, elections misinformation policies, COVID-19 medical misinformation policies, vaccine misinformation policies. Please take these rules seriously. But YouTube creators on and or off platform behavior harms or our users, community, employees, or ecosystem may respond based on a number of factors, including but not limited to the egregiousness of their actions and whether a pattern of harmful behavior exists. Our response will range from suspending a creator's privileges to account termination. So I could have sworn I read somewhere about like where you can't post like links in your videos or something like that. So let's go back to let's look at this. Let's look at external links policy. The safety of our creators, viewers, and partners is our highest priority. We look to each of you to help us protect this unique and vibrant community. It's important you understand our community guidelines and the role they play in our shared responsibility to keep YouTube safe. Take the time to carefully read the policy below. You can also check this page for a full list of our guidelines. Links to send users to websites featuring content that violates our community guidelines are not allowed on YouTube. Okay, I don't see how it would. If you find content that violates this policy, report it. Instructions for reporting violations of our community guidelines are available here. So he did. If you found a video or comments that you would like to report, you can report the channel. That doesn't make any sense. What this policy means for you: if you're posting content, don't post links in your content on YouTube if they direct users to content that violates our community guidelines. This includes links that fit any of the descriptions loaded below. Links to pornographic, no crap, I wouldn't do that anyway. Links to websites or apps that install malware, I wouldn't do that anyway, because I know damn well what doesn't. I'm not going to say I swear to what website specifically that will install it, because I don't get into that, but I know that ones specifically that don't. Anyway, links to websites or apps phishing for a user's login credentials, financial information, etc. I would do that. Links to websites, apps, or other information technology that give unauthorized access to audio content and visual content, full video games, software, or streaming services that normally require payment. What? Links to websites that seek to raise funds or recruit for whoa, okay, let's not even say that. That's not a good. That's not cool. We can't say that. I don't even know why it's even allowed to be said there. Links to sites containing. Yeah, that's not good one. I can't say that either. Doesn't matter whether I've done it or not, which I haven't, for the record. So links to sites selling items noted in our regulated goods guidelines. Links to content that would violate our hate or harassment policies if uploaded to YouTube. Links to content encouraging others to commit violent acts. Links to content that spread medical misinformation contradicting local health authorities, LHA, or the World Health Organization's WHO. Medical information about links to websites or apps that spread misleading or deceptive content that can cause serious risk of egregious harm, such as interfering with democratic processes. This policy applies to video, audio, video descriptions, comments, pinned comments, live streams, and any other YouTube product or feature. Links can take any form that would direct a user to a site off YouTube, including clickable URLs, showing text of URLs and videos or images of obfuscated URLs, e.g. writing .com instead of .com. Verbally directing users to other sites via video or audio, or encouraging viewers to visit creator profiles or pages on other sites. Please note this is not a complete list. Okay, what? I don't get it. Note, affiliate content doesn't violate YouTube's terms of use. However, massively posting affiliate content in dedicated accounts may violate our policies around spam. You can learn more about what's allowed in our spam deceptive practices and scams policies. Examples. Here are some of examples of content that's not allowed on YouTube. A video featuring sexually... Okay, yeah, we get all that. A gameplay video whose description contains a link to a website promising in-game currency or online store credit, but really links to a site that... Yeah. But see that again. See, the problem with that is it doesn't do you any good to delete the comment. I think he actually did do that, because whatever happens stays on my deal. It doesn't delete it. What happens if content violates this policy? If your content violates this policy, we'll remove the content and send you an email to let you know. If this is your first time violating our community guidelines, you'll likely get a warning with no penalty to your channel. If it's not, we may issue a strike against your channel. If you get 3 strikes within 90 days, your channel will be terminated. You can learn more about our strike systems here at Not We may terminate your channel or account for repeated violations of the community guidelines or terms of service. We may also terminate your channel or account after a single case of severe abuse or when the channel is dedicated to a policy violation. You can learn more about it. So here's the thing I don't get. Okay? And for the record, anybody can talk about what they want, and I don't mind that. Just a reminder, this all came from Mark having his package with all sports. Probably the best ever reaction of all time. Yeah, for me, I don't really care what people do, but see, like, violating a policy. Okay, so if I were to talk about violating the warranty by actually doing it to my phone, would that be such a bad thing? Because literally, what I'm talking about doing is not, I'm just talking about voiding a warranty that's supposed to be something about where they're supposed to replace the phone if something happens to it. Yeah, that doesn't happen. I mean, they will replace it, but I still got to come up with the money. I mean, they're not going to just give it to me free just because something broke. Which I think is really highly stupid, that you would even pay or have to pay for a what do you call it now? That you would have to pay for in a warranty or whatever, like a monthly thing or whatever, or it comes with it. So let's say you pay for years. Well, on top of that, you got to pay for money. It's not free. There's no point. So, yeah.